Most insane military tactics in history. Throughout history, military strategists and commanders have devised tactics that defy conventional wisdom, push the boundaries of innovation, and sometimes border on the realm of insanity. From audacious maneuvers that turned the tide of battles to cunning deceptions that outwitted formidable adversaries, the annals of military history are replete with examples of tactics that are as daring as they are unconventional. These tactics, born out of necessity, desperation, or sheer brilliance, have left an indelible mark on the course of warfare, shaping the outcomes of conflicts and influencing the evolution of military doctrine for centuries to come. In examining these most insane military tactics, one gains insight not only into the depths of human ingenuity and resourcefulness, but also the high stakes and relentless pursuit of victory that define the theater of war. Number 7. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps, 218 BC. Hannibal Barca's legendary crossing of the Alps during the Second Punic War stands as one of the most audacious feats in military history, leading his Carthaginian army, which included war elephants, through the treacherous alpine terrain was a monumental undertaking, fraught with peril. The journey presented immense challenges, including harsh weather conditions, rugged mountain passes, and hostile tribes. Despite these obstacles, Hannibal's decision to take the unconventional route caught the Romans completely off guard, bypassing their heavily fortified defenses in Gaul and striking directly into Italy. The element of surprise was crucial, as it prevented the Romans from anticipating Hannibal's arrival and mustering an effective defense. The crossing of the Alps not only showcased Hannibal's strategic brilliance and determination, but also demonstrated his willingness to take bold risks in pursuit of victory. It marked the beginning of a remarkable campaign that would see Hannibal's forces achieve stunning victories against the Romans, cementing his reputation as one of history's greatest military commanders. Number 6. The Trojan Horse, c. 12th century BC. During the Trojan War, the Greeks devised a cunning stratagem that would ultimately lead to the downfall of Troy. Unable to breach the impregnable walls of the city, the Greeks crafted a colossal wooden horse as a symbol of peace, leaving it outside the gates of Troy. The Trojans, believing the horse to be a peace offering, brought it inside their city as a trophy. Unbeknownst to the Trojans, Greek soldiers lay hidden within the hollow belly of the wooden horse, patiently awaiting their chance to strike. Under the cover of night, the Greek warriors emerged from their concealed hiding places and opened the gates of Troy from within, allowing the waiting Greek army to pour into the city. Caught off guard and unprepared for the sudden assault, the Trojans were overwhelmed as the Greeks launched a devastating attack, resulting in the fall of Troy. The Trojan horse remains one of the most enduring and iconic symbols of deception and betrayal in history, illustrating the power of strategic cunning and the consequences of underestimating one's adversaries. Number 5. The Mongol feigned retreat. Genghis Khan and his Mongol successors were renowned for their mastery of strategic warfare, and one of their most effective tactics was the feigned retreat. This tactic involved the Mongol forces initially appearing to flee from the battlefield, enticing their enemies to pursue them. However, this retreat was a carefully calculated maneuver designed to draw the enemy forces into a trap. As the pursuing enemy became scattered and disorganized in their pursuit, the Mongols would suddenly turn around and launch a devastating counterattack. This sudden reversal caught their pursuers off guard, allowing the Mongols to unleash a barrage of arrows and launch coordinated assaults, often resulting in the annihilation of the enemy forces. The feigned retreat tactic exploited the psychology of warfare, capitalizing on the natural human tendency to pursue a retreating enemy and turning it into a fatal mistake for their adversaries. This strategy not only showcased the Mongols' military cunning and adaptability, but also contributed significantly to their unparalleled success in conquering vast territories across Asia and Europe. Number 4. The Charge of the Light Brigade, 1854. During the Crimean War, the Battle of Balaclava witnessed a tragic miscommunication that propelled the British Light Brigade into a perilous situation. Believing they were ordered to charge a different target, the Light Brigade, outnumbered and outgunned, thundered headlong into a well-defended Russian artillery position. Despite the odds stacked against them, the brigade pressed forward with unparalleled bravery, galloping into the valley amidst a storm of enemy fire. The charge, immortalized as one of history's most courageous yet costly military actions, resulted in heavy casualties, as the Light Brigade suffered devastating losses. Despite the confusion and chaos, The valor displayed by the soldiers of the Light Brigade has echoed through the annals of military history, forever commemorating their unwavering commitment and sacrifice on the field of battle. Number 3. Operation Mincemeat, 1943. During World War II, British intelligence executed a remarkably intricate deception known as Operation Mincemeat. The operation involved the ingenious ploy of placing fabricated documents on the body of a deceased man, later identified as Major William Martin, and then intentionally allowing the body to wash ashore in Spain. These meticulously crafted documents suggested plans for an Allied invasion of Sardinia and Greece, deliberately misleading the Axis powers about the true objective, the impending invasion of Sicily. The documents were carefully designed to appear authentic, complete with false correspondence, maps, and plans, aiming to convince the Axis forces of the Allies' intentions and divert their attention away from Sicily. This elaborate deception played a crucial role in the success of the Allied invasion of Sicily, known as Operation Husky, by confusing and misleading Axis intelligence, ultimately contributing to the Allied victory in the Mediterranean theater of operations. Number 2. The Battle of Cannae, 216 BC. Hannibal's tactics at the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC remain a hallmark of strategic brilliance in military history. Despite facing a significantly larger Roman force, Hannibal orchestrated a masterful double envelopment strategy. Sensing the Roman commander's predictable tactics, Hannibal deliberately weakened his center, enticing the Romans to advance and engage. Once the Roman forces were fully committed, Hannibal's cavalry, positioned on the flanks, swiftly encircled the enemy, creating a deadly trap. Meanwhile, his infantry closed in from behind, completing the encirclement. This strategic maneuver not only neutralized the numerical advantage of the Romans, but also turned their own formations against them, causing chaos and panic within their ranks. The result was a catastrophic defeat for the Romans, with estimates of tens of thousands of soldiers killed or captured. Hannibal's victory at Cannae stands as a timeless example of superior tactics, overcoming numerical superiority, and continues to be studied by military strategists and historians alike. Number 1. The Raid on Street Nazaire, 1942. During World War II, British forces launched a daring commando raid, aimed at crippling the German naval capabilities in Street Nazaire, France. The target was the heavily fortified dry dock, essential for German naval repairs. In a meticulously planned operation codenamed Operation Chariot, a British destroyer, the HMS Campbelltown, was specially modified and packed with explosives. Under the cover of darkness on the night of March 28, 1942, the Campbelltown, disguised as a German vessel, led a small flotilla of ships towards the dock. Despite heavy enemy fire, the Campbelltown successfully rammed into the dock's gate, detonating its payload and causing extensive damage. Following the explosion, commandos led by British Lieutenant Commander Stephen Beatty were deployed to engage in fierce close-quarter combat, targeting key machinery and installations within the dock. Despite facing intense resistance, the commandos managed to accomplish their objectives, effectively rendering the dock unusable for the Germans. The success of Operation Chariot dealt a significant blow to German naval operations in the Atlantic, showcasing the daring and ingenuity of British commando forces during the war. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.